Hello and welcome to another beautiful episode of Business Morning, a program brought to you live from Union Television, Leader Broadcasting Systems. On today's program, we will be talking about something really interesting, and the topic that we'll be looking at today is business ethics and values. Of course, my name is Musa Christopher. What is business ethics and values? What are the ethics of every business? What are the values of every business? What does your business stand to give to the society? What does your business, what are the people supposed to look out for in your business before they actually walk into that business or organization, or even patronize your business as it may be? That or those are things that we will be talking about today on the topic. In a globalized world, businesses operate across diverse cultures and legal systems. Navigating ethical challenges in different contexts requires a nuanced understanding of culture, norms, and values. Deploying a global code of ethics that represents or that respects cultural diversity while upholding universal principles is essential for multinational corporations. Like I said, my name once again is Musa Christopher, and we will be going on a short break. When we get back, we will be getting right into the topic, which is business ethics and values. Don't go anywhere. This is Business Morning. Stay with us. Welcome back. This is still Business Morning, and of course, I am still Musa Christopher. Before we went on that break, we actually told you the topic, which was business ethics and values. All right, what are business ethics? First of all, we wouldn't be looking at what is the definition of business ethics, but we would actually break it down into bits. So what is ethics? Ethics is a set of principles, or ethics are sets of principles that help in differentiating between what is actually morally wrong or what is morally right. That is, the set of principles that help people to actually determine when they see things happen and determine whether they're actually right, whether these things that happen are actually right or these things that are happening are actually wrong. People are actually drawn to delivery most times. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it doesn't matter the price. As long as they get value for what they are paying for, they would actually stick to that company. So when they are getting value, they can trust your brand to deliver at every point in time. There's a reason why people would actually stick with a particular network provider, because they have seen over time that these people provide, these people deliver, these people are actually reliable. That is why they can actually stick with them through thick and thin, and then they can actually recommend other people to come and patronize that brand. So same thing goes for other organizations that are set up. They are just not set up to just exist in the void. They are set up to fulfill a particular thing in the society. Now, when we talk about a basic level of trust being established or that is existent between the customers of various markets. Various markets could include the business markets, could include the banking or the finance markets, could include the communications markets, And if a business does not actually have customers that trust their brand, I'm sorry to say, but that business is as good as just closing down or folding up, because there's no reason for your existence. There's no reason for even being set up in the first place. That's just a waste of funds that could have been put either into charity or put into something that will be beneficial for the company or for the people at large. Now, we will be looking at the principles of business ethics. What are the principles of business ethics? It is essential to understand the underlying principles that drive desired ethical behavior and how a lack of these principles contribute to the downfall of many otherwise intelligent, talented people and the business they represent. That is, if these things that we're about to mention, if these 12 principles, they're actually 12 in number, generally they are 12 in number, 12 ethical principles. And if these principles are not actually put in place, or if these principles over time are not checked, that is, the company stands a chance of either running into the ground. No matter how talented a people would be, no matter how talented an organization may be, if there is no trust, if there is no direction, if there is no a vision for that particular organization, trust me, the company is set to nosedive, because it's the vision that would propel every member of staff in that organization to know what they are supposed to do, because every person that is employed for a reason. Every person that is employed in an organization is employed so that they can fill that particular position. Is it the secretary? She was employed or he was employed to fill that position so that he can, or she can either take the minutes of the meeting, attend to some calls or emails by the MD if he's or she is not around. You know, if the HR was actually employed to oversee, for oversight on some actual areas in the organization, the head of departments were actually put there so that they can oversee that particular department or those departments that are in that organization. So if these people are not actually vision driven, if these people that don't actually know what they're supposed to be doing, if these people don't actually know how to deliver on their job, and I would say these people are not actually supposed to be there. So they actually are meant to know these 12 principles, these 12 basic business ethic principles or ethical principles that we are about to talk about, starting with number 1, which is leadership. Every individual in an organization is meant to be a leader, even if you are just a worker there, because you need to exercise some level of leadership so that people will actually see you and be able to recognize or be able to associate with you. So number 7 is responsibility. Number 8 is transparency. Number 9 is compassion. Number 10 is fairness. Number 11 is loyalty. And of course, number 12, lastly, is environmental concern. All right, right about now, we will be watching 2 videos to further explain to us what business ethics and business values are. Don't go anywhere. This is still Business Morning. Stay with us.
Okay, let's get started by talking about ethics in general. What is ethics? If you're like most people, you don't really spend much time thinking about the philosophy of it. But once in a while, it's a critical exercise that you need to go through in order to clarify your values and principles, especially with regard to the workplace. So, ethics are the basic moral ground rules by which we live our lives. Ethics is about right and wrong behavior with the preference to choose right over wrong. So, here's a good question. Where did you get your ethics? Was it nature, nurture, or both? I mean, we all have ethics. You can't be devoid of it. We all have a conscience and self-awareness that helps us know right from wrong. Do you consider yourself to be ethical? How do you know? Is ethics situational or absolute? These are all very important questions that you need to sit down once in a while and contemplate. Now let's move on to business ethics. What is that, and how is it any different from plain, ordinary ethics? Well, business ethics refers to the standards and practices in the workplace setting. Business ethics includes societal standards of right and wrong, business ethical standards and circumstances, and finally, legal standards. Wow, it sounds a lot more complicated than just thinking about your personal moral code. Here is the warning. Business ethics is often more rigid than in personal areas. You may be flirtatious in your personal life, but at work it will be harassment. At work, you can't decide which rules are worthy of following. You can show up late for personal appointments, but not for work. You can't just borrow things from others. At work, any borrowing without permission is considered stealing. And, of course, you can't just say whatever you feel like saying in the workplace. You need to understand that ethics in the workplace is not subjective, but is clearly defined by your employer. So now, let's talk about what your ethical expectations are at work. In the workplace, you're expected to play by the rules, abide by the law, be knowledgeable of right and wrong, give your best effort for the company, work cooperatively and honestly with customers and coworkers, to look out for the company's interests and not your own, and to show respect for people and property. This is what an ethical person does, and this is exactly what your employer expects from you. Although at times it may be difficult, it is expected that these things are done automatically, without prodding or training. For most of us, Changing from thinking about ethics as it applies to our personal life to our professional life requires a change in perspective. Think of this as your professional perspective on the topic of ethics. You are a professional, regardless of what your job is. You are expected at all times to behave in the professional manner. As such, you need to consider your professional perspectives. That is, you are fair and unbiased. You show respect in your words and your actions at all times. A professional listens to others and gets the facts straight. A professional does not go it alone, but seeks assistance. It is important that if you have ethical questions or concerns, you feel comfortable going to someone else and asking for help. And finally, you maintain your professionalism no matter what happens. Understanding your ethical expectations and then seeing how your professional perspective helps you meet them is the starting point for ethical success at work.
All right, I'm sure we picked up a few things from those videos that were shown. You know, every business, like I would always say, is supposed to fulfill a particular mandate. Is supposed to fulfill a particular purpose. Is supposed to fulfill a particular set of things, you know, from satisfaction, from customer satisfaction to quality delivery, to quality rendering of services. You know, a lot of things are actually why companies come to bear, or actually why companies are set up. Is it the financial institutions? They are set up to help you talk about your finances, help you restructure your finances in case you're having problems. Is it the media sector, just set to enlighten, to entertain, and to, of course, keep you informed? You know, and there are a lot of sectors, there are a lot of businesses, there are a lot of organizations that are set up to fulfill a particular purpose. And of course, these organizations differ from the name to their branding style to their packaging style to however it is that they deliver their services to you. Thank you so much for staying with us. We will be going right now to the next segment, which is Marketplace Synergy. Don't go anywhere. This is still Business Morning. Stay with us. All right, boss. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so what's your name, sir, and what's the name of your business?
My name is Lawrence Ifeanyi. The name of our business is Casey Enterprises.
So, at KC Enterprises, what do we have here? Can you tell us about this particular business, sir?
There is an electronic business, you understand? So we have a lot, like we deal with all kinds of machineries and household equipment like television, fridge, industrial AC, generators, transformers, mechanical generators, ice cube machine, press iron, and so on.
Um, all these household equipment now, how were you able to acquire them? Was it imported, or are you into importation also?
Yeah, going to importation. We do import and export.
So how did you get these goods here?
We import from like UK, China, Europe, different type of countries. So
So how long now for this business now? How long has this business, have you been into this business?
over 12 years now.
Can you just tell us everything, like show us things and then tell us about the business generally so that we can know what is going on here so that people also can know?
Yes, like I said before, that electronics business, like maybe you need any gadgets in your house, you can come and patronize us, like buy television, buy DVD, buy home theater, gas cooker, all this. Like we do supply to hotels, different companies too.
How do you usually do you take people in, like do you have salespeople or do you have people that come and help you market all these goods to people outside?
No, we only have sales people that are like sales boys and sales girls, so nobody come to market.
So now this particular kind of business now, if you want to learn it, do you have people that come and do that come and do apprentice here first? And how long do they take before they are able to learn this business?
They can take at least 7 to 8 years to learn the business.
Are they settled like normally? Are they settled? Then they are go.
Yeah, we settle them. We open the shop for them, buy goods for them, and that is it.
Right. So we'd like you to just show us some of the things that you have, and then tell us what they are used for, if you wouldn't mind.
So this 55 inches curved Hisense television is a smart TV. Yes. So this is 85. This is 85 inches. This is brand new 85 inches LG TV 2023 model. It's a smart TV also. So this is a steamer for spa. This one is a steamer for spa. This one is inverter for electricity.
Yeah, so if you have like solar panels now, you
Yes.
can connect the solar panels to this.
Yes, you can connect to this. So So- this one is pressing irons. Like we have more than 50 pieces of this. All this one is flour mixers, like for baking. People that is baking.
Okay.
Yeah, all this one. This one is Abiano thermal cooker. You can cook like 3 or 5 different things at a time.
Wow.
Yes, you can connect it with your phone. Have Wi-Fi, so you connect it. It can teach you how to cook too. If you don't know, you have an app on Google Play Store. You can download it too. This particular one for like mud soccer. All this one, they are generators. All this is double door fridge. Double door fridge. This is double door fridge. They can. So this is the generators, the industrial generators. This is 275 kVA generator. Working perfect. It's Tokumbo, direct Tokumbo.
Wow. You know, sometimes you will not actually know the extent or how large a place is until you actually go in. You know, looking at this kind of place from the outside, you will think that, okay, this thing is just, okay, maybe on the outside it's just this small and then they don't really have stuff. But I bet you, if you go inside, you will see things that would wow you. You would see things that would blow your mind. You know, this is one shop that is multi-dimensional, I would say, you know, because it has rooms that has another room, and then it now has another place where they have other things ranging from fridges to televisions to generators to fans. You know what? Just name it, and you come down here, you would find it here, because and everything, trust me, is tested okay according to what we were told. You know, these kind of places are really, really rare to find in these days market. And again, this is not a busy road that leads to a market. So for this kind of thing to be here, you should know that they are able to pull customers from everywhere around Lagos.
All right, guys, welcome back. Wow, that was as educative as it could get. You know, asking these questions that is integrating, you know, business ethics, integrating the values of their business. You know, asking them how it is they've been able to keep their customers, how they've been able to be loyal to their customers. You know, a lot of things, a lot of people spoke on that extensively, and I'm sure we were able to pick up one or two few things on how to even implement some of these things that they said in our own business, for those of us that are self-employed, or for those of us that are actually bosses or MDs or CEOs, or even actually workers at our various organizations. Thank you so much for watching. But before we go, don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on Twitter, which is now X, Facebook, and also Instagram. Then for YouTube, you subscribe and you click on the notification button to be aware of every single content, just like this one and many others that we will be posting just for you. Till we come your way, same time, same station, I remain Musa Christopher, and of course, this is Business Morning. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.